Hi everybody, we're back again for our after coverage. We are still in the hall, so we're going to keep this really quick, but if we have time, we might do a little bit more when we're done. I am Beth Hiley. I am here for Board Game Geek, and I am joined by Adam Kunz-Miller, who's on this side of me,
Hi,
also
everybody.
one of the hosts. I also have Stephanie Straw from Stronghold Games as kind of our special guest for tonight, and at the end is this guy.
How you doing there?
Yeah, he just wandered over here. I don't know.
Eric Martin of BGG News. So I'm going to toss it right over to Stephanie because I know that way you can be off to your booth if you need to.
Hi, Scopaverse. No, we're all pretty much shut down, so we're good.
Oh, good. Oh, that's nice.
So what?
You're shut down. Stronghold is gone.
Yeah, we're done. Stronghold is closed.
It was a good run.
The moats are up and around.
That's right.
You cannot get in the Stronghold
Sorry,
anymore.
Steven.
Well, was there anything that, because obviously I did your booth coverage today, but was there anything that about the show that's been really exciting, or any funny stories you want to share, or anything you as a game player were excited to see or try or experience?
So every day has been Saturday so far, so that's something that lots of people have noted. But I did hear someone say, where is Fantasy Flight Games? Which I thought was probably the funniest thing that I've heard, because they're everywhere.
Yeah, so
That's
where's
they? Asmodee and Fantasy Flight? I can't find them. I don't know. Just look up and see all of the giant overhead banners. just walk somewhere. They're everywhere. But yeah, it's been really good.
Sounds like you're starting to get a little rough around the edges.
Yeah, the voice will be gone for sure because I've been demoing games all day. But it seems like that do we know the attendance count? Is it double?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it seems
usually
like.
send out a press release a week or so.
Yeah, it seems like it's like you know about news or whatever. So.
From
crazy.
But yeah, it's been really great. A lot of people have come to demo games, and at Stronghold they're doing a thing with if you demo 5 unique games, you get a ribbon for each one, and then that's 50% off a game. So that's been really cool. A lot of people want to get like deals though, like hey, I only have 3 ribbons.
How about 25%?
Can I still get right? And it's like no, but I love that people actually try that. I mean, yeah, why not wheel and
they're
deal?
gamers.
Right? Exactly. Negotiation.
Totally what they're gonna do.
Negotiation. Bluff. See, I'm the bluffer though. I'm like, no, I can't do that. You're nice. I like you. I didn't do that, Steven. What about you?
What about me?
What have you been up to?
Yeah.
Oh.
You did a lot of interviews at the booth.
We did we did the host showing off code names and
Codenames is great.
a bunch of the Asmodee stuff.
We played code names with the stream today.
We played code names in the stream. I just picked up Little Red Riding Hood from Yellow, which they have some advanced copies here. So I don't know what this is like because I haven't even opened it yet. But it's here.
Give your review without having played the game.
No review here. What else? We talked with Antoine Baza about the Attack on Titan game that Cryptozoic is doing with Maud as co-designer.
So they're also doing a live-action movie of Attack on Titan.
They are.
Too, so
yes.
that's going to be
it's a good
terrifying.
time.
That's going to be very disturbing.
Sufficiently terrifying,
It was
yeah.
great. The story that he told about getting it, though, was by chance. He was walking to the bathroom, and he happened to overhear Cedric from Repo mention IPs that they had the rights to. Attack on Titan. He's just like, what? So, it turned out that Cryptozoic had picked up U.S. rights while they had, I guess, European, France, I don't know, rights.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've worked out a deal together for distribution and going to work on that for their game.
There's a lot of
But he was pretty much just like, whoa.
a lot of serendipity stories I've heard about,
It's
stuff
all
like
the time.
that. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
They're turning up the lights.
I was talking
right
to
now.
Kevin Wilson last night actually, and he was saying like the last 2 or 3 really big exciting deals that he's gotten have just come from people randomly contacting him on his website. Just got an email from his contact form submission and ended up, doing a huge stuff with
But you got to filter through a lot of stuff for that, right?
I'm sure
'Cause
there's-
you probably
I'm
get
sure
some
there's a
emails
part of
that's
that.
like,
Yeah.
check out my Dex game that I'm going to show you. So that's good that he pays attention to that. So.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of that. That's what Ignacy was talking about with Tides of Time. As you go through their stack of submissions on and on, you're just like, and then, so yeah, every so often you get one that just is gold. It's cool.
Well, are there any questions that have been popping up that perhaps Bradley could field
One
for
person
us?
asked if we know where to hide a body, but only serious
Well, I'm
question.
from Indianapolis, so
Let's actually.
Woo!
So the only questions so far have been about like Runebound and other like Fantasy Flight games that we're talking about today.
we have Anton Torres, who's going to be in the BGG booth on Saturday morning. I forget what time. Sometime between like 10 and 12.
Yeah.
And I assume he's going to be talking about all that.
He did say he'd be bringing Runebound tomorrow.
Because he showed up with Warhammer Quest today, this afternoon. I assume he's going to talk about Runebound tomorrow and some other things. So yes, we have some questions. The hard part was at the in-flight report, they were doing these slides and it'd just be like, here's a cover with an image, and here's a little pop-up date with when it's going to be coming out. Oh, and it's gone. So
You should have scoped it secretly.
Some
That's what
people
you should have done.
scoped it, but no, I wanted to tweet and send out photos while I'm doing this. Because of course the tweet is like, here's a little bit of information,
right.
and the scope is just, here's a link.
Yeah.
Boring.
I am
Scope
Runebound's
sucks.
biggest fan, though.
Oh yeah?
Biggest fan.
Really?
Love Runebound.
Really?
I'm still looking for a few
Is
of
that
the
like-
original
that's
expansions.
That's a challenge there. Wait, if you're looking for some of the original expansions, you are not the biggest.
I am, but I'm not the biggest rich Runebound
Oh,
fan.
okay. All right.
I'm a board gamer on a budget. Come on.
There's some qualifiers there.
The most enthusiastic fan.
Yeah, I have to volunteer at booths to be able to get games. Come on.
Yeah, so I assume they'll talk about. I mean, I can imagine that there will be. This is total speculation here. That it'll be a reworking because that's what all the stuff. Mission Red Planets are reworking.
Yeah.
Fury of Dracula's are reworking. You know, everything comes out 10 years.
I have
later than
heard.
new edition.
I have heard that it is different, but not worse. Like not
Box
not
quote.
worse. Yeah. It's
Different but not worse.
Yeah. So they didn't say it's different but better, but they were like it's different but not worse. But you know, people get protective of that kind of stuff. Like I love original Runebound, so I don't want
I liked it like before, before it was 3rd edition.
I love the idea of asking somebody about something and they lead with, it's different, but not worse.
Tracks on Twitter said that.
So we do have a legit question. If people want to volunteer for a booth, like how do they go about doing that? Maybe Stephanie can
So
answer.
there's a couple of different programs. Double Exposure, they have a group of people and publishers can sign with them, and you can demo at any booth, even like local cons, not even big cons like Gen Con or BGG or Origins, and you get points for it. And once you get so many points, you get games and swag, and sometimes you'll get your trip paid for or your hotel. I mean, you'll always get your badge paid for, so that's a bonus. But so signing up with one of those programs will leave you open to lots of different publishers, but you can just contact the publisher directly usually.
Yep.
So
I would encourage you to actually go to the publishers that you enjoy at conventions and talk to them and say like, hey, I love your games. I'd really like to demo for you. I know like that's how I got started. I demoed for Rio Grande for that for several years just by talking to them and saying, hey, do this.
And I would add to that some of the cities that support larger game groups like CABS, which is the Columbus area Board Gaming Society. They run a hall at Origins. There's a board game room here at Gen Con. So sometimes kind of starting at the convention level, and then you can kind of work backwards to the publisher level. That works out really well too. But yeah, it never hurts just to ask. I mean, the worst they're going to say is, "Hey, we're good, but thanks for offering."
I mean, they always
not the
need
worst.
help. Yeah, they could probably say worse things. It's different, but not worse.
Well played.
Yeah, they could always use the help, and that's really actually the volunteers are really what they're the magic of the booth. So.
It's a fun experience. I'd encourage people to do it too. Volunteering
security?
at a
Are we
booth
good?
is a good time.
Exhibitor.
So,
Exhibitors.
yeah, we're all exhibitors.
we're good.
Well, I was just on camera. My badge is over there.
Well, there's the Gen Con volunteers for us, so that means we're probably needing to wrap up right now.
We
So
got
we
till
can
7.
kick that. All right.
Let's let them do
Screw
their
those
job.
guys.
You guys got 40 minutes.
Scopaverse probably does not want to listen to
No,
us for
probably
40
not.
minutes.
Time for a play.
Let's open this up and live play Little Red Riding
right.
Hood.
I meant like an interpretive play.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, we'll wrap that up at least for the moment. We might be able to do another little nugget when we're standing outside so the Gen Con security people don't get grumpy. And thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow if we don't manage to pop back in a little bit later.
Bye, Scopaverse.